Welcome to English Street Lab, the place where you improve your English through powerful real-life stories. Today, you're going to hear the unbelievable journey of Lionel Messi, a small boy who was once rejected, sick, and doubted by everyone, but later became one of the greatest football players in history. And don't skip this video, because while enjoying this inspiring story, your English listening skills, vocabulary, and pronunciation will improve naturally. So stay till the end, practice your English with us, and let's begin the incredible story of Lionel Messi. Part 1. A Dream Born in Rosario. On a warm summer evening in Rosario, Argentina, a little boy stood quietly beside a dusty football field. The city lights flickered in the distance, while older boys shouted and chased the ball across the ground. The boy's eyes sparkled with wonder. He wasn't the tallest child. He wasn't the strongest either. But inside him burned a fire that nobody could see. That boy was Lionel Andres Messi. Nobody watching him that night could have imagined that one day he would become one of the greatest football players in history. Millions of people across the world would chant his name. Stadiums would erupt when he touched the ball. Children would dream of becoming like him. Yet the road to greatness was not easy. It was filled with pain, sacrifice, loneliness, and endless determination. This is the story of how a small boy from Rosario became a global icon, loved by millions. A humble beginning. Lionel Messi was born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina. His family was not rich. His father, George Messi, worked hard in a factory, while his mother, Celia, worked part-time cleaning houses. Life was simple. They did not have luxury cars or giant homes, but they had love. While most children played with toys, little Lionel chased footballs through narrow streets. He slept with a ball near his bed. He dribbled around chairs inside the house. Sometimes his grandmother Celia would take him to practice because she believed deeply in his talent. "Leo is special," she would say proudly. Those words stayed in Messi's heart forever. At only 4 years old, Messi joined a local club called Grandoli, where his father coached. Even among older children, his skills looked magical. He moved quickly, keeping the ball glued to his feet like it was part of his body. People began whispering about the tiny boy who could dribble past everyone. Soon, Messi joined Newell's Old Boys, one of Argentina's famous youth clubs. There, he scored goals for fun. Defenders struggled to stop him. Coaches stared in disbelief. But while football made him happy, a terrible challenge was waiting for him: the illness that changed everything. When Messi was around 10 years old, his parents noticed something unusual. Leo was much smaller than other children his age. Doctors eventually discovered the problem. Messi had growth hormone deficiency. Without expensive treatment, his body would stop growing properly. The injections he needed cost far more money than his family could afford. Every month became a battle. His parents worried constantly about the future. Some clubs in Argentina showed interest in Messi, but none wanted to pay for his treatment. It felt like his dream was slipping away before it had even begun. For many families, this would have been the end. But destiny had other plans. A life-changing opportunity. One day, Messi's talent reached the ears of FC Barcelona in Spain. At the time, Barcelona was already one of the biggest football clubs in the world. Their scouts heard stories about a tiny Argentine boy performing miracles with the ball. Curious, they invited Messi for a trial. At only 13 years old, Leo traveled across the ocean with his father to Spain. He was nervous, shy, and homesick. He barely spoke during the trip. But once the ball touched his feet, everything changed. Barcelona's coaches could not believe what they were seeing. The small boy danced past defenders effortlessly. He played with joy, confidence, and creativity. It felt as though football itself loved him. One famous story says that Barcelona director Carlos Rexach was so impressed that he offered Messi a contract immediately on a paper napkin because there was no official paper nearby. That moment changed football history forever. Barcelona agreed to pay for Messi's medical treatment and invited the family to move to Spain. It sounded like a dream, but dreams often come with sacrifice. The pain of leaving home. Moving to Spain was extremely difficult for Messi. He missed Argentina deeply. He missed his friends, his streets, his language, and especially his grandmother, who had always supported him. At school in Barcelona, Messi struggled to fit in. He was quiet and introverted. Many children found it hard to understand his Argentine accent. Sometimes he felt lonely, but whenever he stepped onto the football field, all his sadness disappeared. Football became his language. Messi trained harder than everyone else. Every day, he pushed himself to improve. He practiced dribbling, finishing, passing, and movement endlessly. His coaches quickly realized that they were watching a once-in-a-generation talent. Still, success did not come instantly. Because of his small size, some people doubted whether he could survive in professional football. Opponents were bigger and stronger. Critics believed he would struggle physically. Messi listened quietly, then he answered them on the pitch. Rising through Barcelona's academy. Barcelona's youth academy, La Masia, was famous for developing talented players. But Messi looked different from everyone else. He played with imagination. He glided across the field, like water flowing through rocks. Defenders lunged desperately, while Messi slipped away effortlessly. Soon, his teammates began calling him a genius. By the age of 16, Messi was already training with Barcelona's first team. Legendary players watched him closely during practice. Ronaldinho, one of the world's biggest stars at the time, immediately noticed the teenager's extraordinary talent. Instead of treating Messi like a child, Ronaldinho encouraged him and became like an older brother. Then came the moment that changed Messi's life forever. The first professional goal. In 2005, during a match for Barcelona, Messi scored his first official goal for the club. The pass came from Ronaldinho. Messi chipped the ball delicately over the goalkeeper. The stadium exploded with joy. Ronaldinho lifted young Messi onto his shoulders, while photographers captured the magical moment. It symbolized the passing of a torch. A new superstar had arrived. From that day onward, the football world slowly began to realize that Lionel Messi was not ordinary. He was special, becoming a superstar. As the years passed, Messi improved unbelievably fast. He became faster, smarter, and deadlier in front of goal. Defenders feared him. Coaches created entire strategies just to stop him. But Messi had something unique. He didn't just score goals. He made football beautiful. Fans loved watching him because he played with pure joy. His dribbles looked like art. He treated football not as work, but as passion. Soon, Barcelona built one of the greatest teams in history around Messi. Alongside stars like Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets, Barcelona dominated world football. Under coach Pep Guardiola, the team played magical football. And at the center of it all stood Lionel Messi. Season after season, he shattered records. He scored impossible goals. He won trophies. He won Ballon d'Or awards as the best player in the world. People compared him to legends like Pelé and Diego Maradona. But Messi stayed humble. He rarely argued loudly. He avoided controversy. He focused on football and family. That humility made people love him even more. Why people fell in love with Messi. Many athletes become famous, but only a few become truly beloved. Messi became beloved because people saw themselves in him. He was not born powerful or rich. He was not loud or arrogant. He was small, shy, and doubted by many. Yet, he never gave up. Millions of children around the world looked at Messi and thought, if he can do it, maybe I can too. That emotional connection made him more than just a football player. He became a symbol of hope. Fans admired his loyalty to Barcelona. While many players chased money and fame, Messi stayed with the club. For most of his career, he respected fans. He respected teammates. And, despite becoming one of the most famous people on earth, he remained calm and humble. The pain of international failure. Even though Messi conquered club football, one dream still haunted him: winning a major trophy with Argentina. Year after year, Argentina came painfully close, but failed. They lost finals. Critics attacked Messi harshly. Some people in Argentina even claimed he would never become a true legend without winning with the national team. The pressure became unbearable. After losing the Copa America final in 2016, Messi shocked the world by announcing his retirement from international football. Millions of fans were heartbroken. For the first time, Messi looked emotionally broken. But deep inside, he still loved Argentina too much to walk away forever. And so, he returned. The greatest redemption story. Years later, Messi finally achieved redemption. In 2021, Argentina won the Copa America. When the final whistle blew, Messi collapsed to the ground in tears. His teammates ran toward him, celebrating wildly. For years, he had carried the pain of failure. Now, he finally had his moment. But destiny still had one final gift waiting for him. The FIFA World Cup, the dream of an entire nation. The 2022 World Cup in Qatar became the defining chapter of Messi's life. At 35 years old, many believed it was his last chance. Every match carried enormous pressure. Millions of Argentinians prayed for victory. Messi played brilliantly throughout the tournament. He scored goals, created magic, and inspired his teammates. Then came the final against France. It became one of the greatest football matches ever played. Argentina led. Then France fought back. The game turned into chaos, emotion, and drama. But Messi never stopped believing. Finally, after a nerve-shattering penalty shootout, Argentina won the World Cup. The entire world watched Messi lift the trophy with tears in his eyes. At that moment, his journey felt complete. The little boy from Rosario had conquered the world. More than just a footballer. Today, Lionel Messi is loved not only because of trophies or goals. People love him because of his story. A sick child who refused to quit. A shy boy who became a global hero. A humble man who inspired millions through hard work and passion. Messi proved that greatness does not always come from strength or size. Sometimes greatness comes from heart, and that is why stadiums chant his name. That is why children wear his jersey. That is why millions call him their hero. Because Lionel Messi showed the world that dreams are possible, even for the smallest boy on the field. If Lionel Messi's journey inspired you today, then remember, no dream is impossible when you work hard and never give up. And if you want to improve your English while listening to powerful and inspiring stories like this, then make sure to subscribe to English Street Lab. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment about your favorite part of Messi's journey, and share this story with your friends. Your support helps us bring more amazing English stories for you every week. Thanks for watching, and keep learning, keep dreaming, and keep growing with English Street Lab.